Okay, so this week is high schools, and being trans. It's a Tuesday, if you haven't already realised, unlike your personal calendar. But I've just had to check up when high school is in America, because to me, high school is from 12 to 16. So over there it's like 2 years older you do that. When you're 16 to 18, things are a bit different, so I'm technically not in high school. But because it's like the same years for you, I might as well talk about that as well. I'm not out. They just think I'm an incredibly masculine butch lesbian. That sort of suits me fine, because I act exactly as I would if I was out, so they sort of just get the vibe that I'm male, kind of, and they treat me as male, and I'm the only female-bodied person on my course, so they can't keep treating me differently, because that's just a pain in the ass for them, really. So I've just woken up. The only bad thing which has happened in regards to me being trans was at my old school, so in what we would call high school. I came out to, well, my parents came out for me to the nurse, and she kept trying to convince my dad to send me to this LGB group, and I was just like, no, I'm not going, it'll be no good for me. And he kept going on about it, and I was just like, I do not have a problem with my sexuality, and stormed out. Because obviously, why would a trans person go to an LGB group because we're not gay, lesbian or bi? It's like, I know quite a few trans groups have, or like LGBT groups have problems including the trans in them, but I quite like the fact that this group didn't even try, but I was still very angry that they're trying to make me go to it. So I never did go to that. So that was that. Sorry, I'm really uncomfortable. When I came out to her as lesbian, yeah, I was quite angry about that. She outed, well, I didn't even come out to her then. I came out to someone else and she told them, and I didn't even know they'd told her. And she told my parents, which I didn't know about until they brought it up. Which, you know, it's not the best place to be gay or trans, to be honest. I'm not sure if it was entirely legal that they were outing me, but there you go. In terms of getting changed and stuff, I used to just find a time where the changing rooms weren't that busy, the locker rooms or whatever you call them. So confusing talking to people who are probably mostly American. It's like all the language is different and I don't understand it, and I'm really on the wonk. Or as we would say, slightly on the huh. Okay, so yes, getting changed. I used to find a time when not many people were getting changed, like for sports, and bathrooms. I didn't. It was fine at my old school because our school uniform had a skirt in it. So even though I've been trying to convince them to let me wear trousers, the entire time I was there, for the, was it 5 years I was there? I don't know. 4 years. I don't know. But the entire time I was there, I was trying to convince them to let me wear trousers, and they would not let me. The only time I got to wear trousers was when I was in sports kit. Sorry. Or we had to have a day where we had to wear suits, or if it was non-school uniform, because we had to wear uniform. So obviously they could see, skirt, female, should be in these bathrooms, which wasn't true, but yeah, it meant that I could go to the toilet in relative comfort. At college, where I am now, I can't do that, because I'm not going to walk around wearing a skirt. So I try and go when there's a time that not many people will be in there, because sometimes we have 3-hour long lessons, or now 15, but 3-hour long lessons. So in the middle of that, sometime they let us out for a smoke, and because all the different classes do this at different times, then there's generally not that many people walking around or using the toilets. God, I'm tired. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I dodge around trying to use toilets when there's not a chance, or wait until you go into town and use them there. I'm not planning on coming out. Next year, if I end up still being in education, I'm going to try and be stealth, or as stealth as possible. So that'll be very different for me. But I don't have to go through the whole, look, I'm not female, don't treat me as female, even though my name says I'm female, thing that I normally have to do, which basically involves beating people up. Well, that's what I used to do. Now I just start talking about how I prefer Infinity Ward in making Activision, in making Modern Warfare, and think that Treyarch is a piece of shit. But, that's better than beating people up. I'll see you next week.